everyone, and welcome to another one of your podcast. We are here today with retired Sergeant Major Bull, and we're going to be talking about a lot of hub topics. So I'm just listen, there is absolutely nothing off the table today, and we are going to be discussing very interested Marine Corps personal, everything that we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about it today. So Sergeant Major, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's hot here. It's Temecula. I feel like this is southern Iraq.
Well, before I had it in, it was like in the 98 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a very.
I live
hot
in Long
today.
Beach, California, so it don't get that hot. You know what I mean? Not like that.
But Long Beach is expensive though.
Oh my gosh, you're not lying.
Yeah, I know. So that's why
I pay almost $3,000 a month for a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment.
That gotta hurt.
It does.
Gotta hurt. Yeah, I bet.
It's nice. I keep it clean.
I bet.
You know what I mean?
So what do we want to start talking about today?
You just got out of the Marine Corps, man.
I know.
How many days has it been?
I don't count the days, but it's been, well, actually I can count the days. I got out June 4th of 2023. And posted an emotional video that day.
Was it emotional?
I mean, it was a little bit. It's just that I got.
Did you hug your Sergeant Major?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No, that probably would have been sexual harassment.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, believe it or not, the day before, remember what we were talking before before the camera started rolling?
Yeah.
So the day before, I was actually signing a nip block. Because if
you guys don't know what a NIPLOC is a non-punitive letter of caution. It's like less than a page 11, okay, or a 6105, but still not good.
Yeah, they wanted to give me a 6105 originally because of the video I told you. Because of the video that I told you. Which video? The video that
Would you take your pants off? It had to be that serious.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Because I know that.
I wish I had the nip block because they literally saw the 6105. So it was a huge deal, right? Because it went all the way up to the CG.
Commanding General for who?
The Commanding General for 1st MLG.
Damn. Was that a 2-star?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then the Sergeant Major called our Sergeant Major.
Sure.
And then my Sergeant Major called my Master Gunnery Sergeant.
Were you at the regiment?
No, I was. So they knew me up at the battalion because I wasn't at the battalion. I was already checked out. Like literally, I was just about to go on skill bridge. Like literally, right?
Yep.
But I decided to keep doing my classes, right? That I usually do.
Oh, the financial classes.
Yeah, the financial classes.
Got it.
And they tried to get me because I was utilizing social media while in uniform in government quarters.
Wow.
That's the reason why they're trying to get me. So, I mean, and my Sergeant Major was cool about it, to be honest with you.
Do you know, like, why the CG or how did the CG even become aware?
Because somebody sent them a clip of the video.
The CG?
Yeah. Send it.
Wow.
Well, somebody that knew the CG.
Wow.
So I
blame the staff sec. If you're on the command deck, it was one of them.
You know what the crazy part is? My Sergeant Major literally sent me the clip that they sent him. I wasn't saying nothing inappropriate. Yeah. I was in uniform. I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. That wasn't my first video either, So I knew, like... You
weren't speaking Spanish in uniform, I wasn't, right?
Oh, shit.
We'll get there, guys. We'll get there.
But I wasn't doing anything inappropriate. I was just literally passing knowledge. Marine Corps approved knowledge, guys, because you have to go to a course. It's called a Command Financial course, right? Sure. So you have to go to a 1-week course in order for you to be the financial advisor for your Marines.
You're basically, after 1 week, you're basically, what's his name? David, what's the guy's name?
Oh, Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey, yeah. Sorry, Dave Ramsey, shout out.
Yeah, but not really. It's just that, okay, so let's backtrack real quick. Yeah. So the reason why I took that very personal, and I took that my role as the Command Financial Advisor very personal, is because one, it is not a Inspector General item, right? So whenever your command goes there, they don't get graded, so nobody really cares. But everyone always be complaining on social media and in different places that their Marines are broke, that they're making bad financial decisions, and in case you guys didn't know,
because we talk out of both sides of our mouth. And you can't tell me how to spend my money. Don't try to be in my personal life. I'm an adult, Gunny. And then Marines are broke as a joke. on the 2nd of every month.
That was me.
And you're the one trying to play cleanup because PFC Bull went out in Oceanside, California, got a hot new Dodge Charger.
Yeah, and that was me.
26% interest. I get you. So the CG gets sent the video. Sergeant Major calls your Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major calls your Master Guns. Master Guns calls you in, and you're just getting your face melted off.
Not really. It didn't happen right then and there. Right.
Okay.
There was a couple of days because everyone knew what I did. It wasn't a secret. You know, because I had a very good relationship with my CEO. I had a very good relationship because I used to work directly for them.
Sure.
So I had a very good relationship with them, and they knew everything that I did, both on duty and off duty.
So how did we get to the nip lock?
We get to the nip lock because they said that there had to be some type of repercussion. There had to be some type of acknowledgement that what I was doing was not authorized.
See, as a Sergeant Major, you know what that means to me?
I don't what?
CG knew. The Sergeant Major at the MLG level knew, and they had to show proof to somebody.
Correct.
We addressed this. We documented it.
Correct.
It's been taken care of. Blase, blase. But how did that make you feel, though? For you to be so close to getting out of the Marine Corps, you're doing something that, like, is a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
And using social media for, like, I think what the purpose it should be used for.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel, dude? Were you pissed?
I wasn't pissed. I was very well. The thing is, I couldn't at that point. Hey, listen, it's just that there was a lot of things that led up to that moment of me not feeling pissed off. I was very disappointed already.
Yeah,
you know, not at my command, but I was very disappointed at the Marine Corps in general. You know. And there was a lot of reasons why I was very disappointed at the Marine Corps in general.
Sure.
You know, because of the reason why I got out, first of all, you know. And then I was like, when the CO had the decency to, she didn't have to do this. So she actually sat me down and she was going to give me like a 60. She was going to give me the 6105. Usually, you know, it's a Sergeant Major, you know, you get your
sign here
or whatever. Yeah, sign there. And then that's it. You're done, right? CO brought me in. And she was like, she asked me that same question. So how do you feel, Gunny? I was like, ma'am, 14 years in the Marine Corps, never received any type of negative document. And the day before I'm supposed to get out, I'm signing this document. And I'm like, and a 6105 for this? And she was like, this could have been a nip block. I straight up told her, it's like, this could have been a nip block. And she looked at me in the eye and she was like, I'll give you the nip block. Come back later, go see the adj, and then she reduced it.
You think Sergeant Major was pissed about that? That she changed her mind?
No, because listen.
Who was your Sergeant Major?
At that time, Sergeant Major Horse. I know it's something Horse. I don't remember her name.
Hans Horsemay?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was very. I won't say cool.
I think that's how you say it, Hunt's Horsemay.
Yeah, so it was. I know it was something like that. You know, she and she wasn't. Here's the thing. At that point,
I don't really know her. We were in the first sergeant's course together back in 2010. But
I'll be very honest with you. At that point, I didn't have what I had to lose. What are they gonna do? Kick me out? I was already getting out.
Do you think that the fact that you knew that you were getting out, like if you were gonna stay in and you're trying to be competitive for promotion, would that have made you more upset, mad?
No.
Just no?
I've been the same. Here's the thing, man. You can turn these cameras off and I'll be the same person. And
yeah,
you know
here.
this.
Yeah, 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't care. The same. If I gotta say something, I'll say it.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck if you are the CG. You can be the. Matter of fact, I wanted to. I wanted to. The Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps came on base, and they invited like a select group of people to ask questions or whatever.
Was it still Troy Black?
Yeah, it was back when it was still Sergeant Major Black, and I was like, well, I'll go. And it's like, no, you can't go, Gunny. And I was like, oh, because y'all know what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask about the Talent Management 2030 and how it's complete bullshit. Everyone sells it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. And it's complete freaking bullshit. Oh, well, Gunny, why is it complete fucking bullshit? Because I'm the living proof that it's freaking bullshit.
Because MMEA they don't follow it.
Well, no, MMEA goes around follow like the leadership of MMEA. They go around preaching like it's the best thing since sliced bread, but then in the execution of it, it's complete freaking BS. And I think they bid more than
because of the monitors, man.
Yeah,
the monitors are still. I've never been one, so I don't know the inner workings. But from what everybody tells me and their real world experiences and guys I know that have been monitors, there's still crack deal after crack deal that gets made. And, you know, yeah, I know guys that have spent years and years in places like Okinawa. And then because they're single with no kids, they get sent right back.
Yeah. Yeah. And, going back to finish how it felt, that's essentially, you know, what happened. I signed. I went back later on that day. I signed the NIP block, and then I went on my merry way. And then the day afterwards, I got out. So, you know, I had a sour taste in my mouth because of getting out of the Marine Corps the way that I got out of the Marine Corps, specifically at the level that I wasn't on a downhill spiral out of the Marine Corps. You know, I was on an uphill, very steep uphill, specifically for the people in my MOS. In the Marine Corps, and then all of a sudden, I decided to get out. So
yeah.
What's
that like getting out? Like, is it hard?
Not if you plan correctly.
What do you mean?
So, the reason why I decided, the Marine Corps traps people.
Ooh.
The Marine Corps traps people because of their finances. This is something that I always used to say in my finance class, right? I always used to say in my finance class, like, hey, listen, who here joined the Marine Corps because of finances? The reason, you know, when you're a recruiter, you get put 11 benefit tags in front of you, right? And the recruiter man tells you, pick the top 3. Most people don't put financial because they know that if they're in a Marine Corps office, they're going to get the same benefits from the Army. They're going to get the same benefits from the Navy, from the Air Force, whenever it comes to finances.
Sure.
Most people join the Marine Corps because they want that pride of belonging, or because, you know, they want to do something different.
Why did you join?
They want to travel the world. At the beginning, I wanted to travel the world. That's the reason why I decided to join at the beginning, right? Not only that pride of belonging. My dad was a Marine, you know, so
heck yeah,
you know, so I wanted to follow in that footsteps. Not gonna lie, I was also a derailed kid. You know, I wasn't, you know, the
Where
role
you from
model.
Originally?
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Okay, but then you came to, when'd you come to the United States?
When I joined the Marine Corps.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They have a recruiting station in
and
Rico.
I was a recruiter in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so Puerto Rican, you're very proud Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why does everyone say that Mexican food is better? Are they lying to themselves?
Because they never tried Puerto Rican food. They never tried real Puerto Rican food.
I had to. I'm so sorry. Everybody was thinking it. You know, if we had one night in Puerto Rico, what would be like the one type of food, like the one dish you'd be like, Barry, you got to have this?
Man, arroz con gandule y lechon. That's a rice.
Mouthful.
That's rice with pigeon peas and pork.
Oof.
I'm telling you, man, that shit's tight.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And okay, so you joined from Puerto Rico. So your first time coming to the United States was boot camp.
Yes.
And you went to Parris Island.
Correct.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, back in 2009, and you know, from there, you know, I did a bunch of stuff when I was in the Marine Corps, very proudly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things. Like I was saying, I was never told by one of my corporals. I still remember the name of this corporal, Corporal Davidson. Super tall, like black dude, like huge. Mad respect for him, not because he was huge, but because of what he always taught. He always taught me, listen, don't be an ass kisser. Don't worry about promotions. Don't worry about what you need to do in order for you to get promoted.
Sure.
Do the best job every single day of your career, and you will never have to worry about a promotion. That was the best piece of advice that I've gotten whenever it comes to promotion. Not once that I was like, oh, man, gunny, staff sergeant, what do I need in order for me to get promoted? Nah. My pros and cons, by the time that I got promoted from corporal to sergeant, they were like 4.8, 4.8. And I wasn't the most liked corporal. I wasn't the most liked sergeant either. You know, I don't think I've been the most liked anything. Never got passed for promotion ever.
Me too.
First looked, I always got promoted. You know, so that's why it's
but I think part of the reason is like a lot of people in the Marine Corps, from what I've seen, and maybe you can relate. I don't know. A lot of people, they, you know, they're looking for a break. They're looking for a day off sometimes. They feel like I've been trying. Yeah. And when you are not looking for there ain't no breaks in this game. When you stop looking for a day off, when you stop looking for a break, life gets a whole lot easier. And you understand that every single day has to stand on its own 2 feet. You got to show up, because you're accountable for you. Yeah. Right. And yeah, of course, as a leader, you have your people that you lead and everything else like that. But every day you can't come to work and be like, I gave it 100% yesterday. Like today, honestly, I just want to give it 50.
You know, and that's one of the most, for me, I am 100% in the same vision and mindset as you, right? That was one of the most frustrating parts for me. Like specifically when I started to pick up gunning, right? Yeah. Because it's specifically when you have that mindset of like, man, I got to give it my 100% every single day. And I think that's why my Marines had much respect. The people, like I told you, like you could have been a sergeant major. Let's say you would still be a sergeant major and I would still be a gunny, right? Yeah. Very respectfully, but I would definitely let you know how I felt.
100%. You have to.
You know, regardless of, you know, and a lot of people didn't like that, specifically when I started dealing with officers. Yeah. Specifically 04s, majors. Yeah. You know, majors are always surrounded by people that are used to always saying like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And I was always that guy that was like, wait, time out a second. Let's think about this real quick. You know, if you do this, sir, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Are you willing to do that? And a lot of them didn't really like me because of that. I was like, no, Gunny, this is how we're going to do it. But then guess what? When shit went wrong, guess what happened?
Gunny, I need you to clean that up. I need you to clean that up, Gunny.
I used to look at him and I was like, oh, no shit.
Well, dude, so remember we talked about this, what was it, a year or two ago, and I just saw Mandatory Fun Day do a video. I don't know if you saw it. I follow him on TikTok and Instagram. Shout out Mandatory Fun Day. He does not believe that NCOs should get paid the same as officers. Yeah. And I've seen, you know, hot take after hot take, reaction after reaction, stitch after stitch. And one thing, and I'm gonna do a hot take on it, but one thing I think that the people are missing is like, when I did my videos, I never said that, at least that I can recall, NCOs or enlisted should get paid the same as officers. What I said was, we need to get in the zip code, man. We need to close the pay gap. And his argument was, because he's seen both sides, you know, NCOs don't accept the same amount of risk and they don't have the same responsibility as that officer. Yeah. I can tell you, as a first sergeant and a sergeant major, I mean, I can't tell you how many times we were told, if your CO gets relieved, you are going right along with them. Now, you're still the commanding officer. Do I think that as a sergeant major I had the same responsibility and accountability? No, I don't. Yeah. But I'm also not advocating that we should get paid the same, but it is a far cry. Yeah. Like I said, we ain't even in the zip code, dog.
Yeah, we're not in the zip code.
And, you know, and so, I mean, I love the sentiment, but you have... And then people get into this, we don't have the money for that. Dude, we got money for whatever we want. Yeah. We got money for whatever we want. We you know, pay Marines based on qualifications that they get. C pay, danger pay, family separation pay.
Yeah. But, okay, so how much do you think, is there a ballpark number that you can say that you think a sergeant should get paid versus a lieutenant should get paid? Butterbar.
I mean, it's too hard. That's a tough question to answer, because it would have to be case by case. It would have to be, you know, because of your billet, not just your rank. Yeah. Right. It's not something you could in like just throw a blanket policy over the military. I think it would have to be case by case, and there would be a lot of variables, I think, in there. You know. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna share what I think. You know, I still think that officers should get paid obviously more, right? Yeah. And the reason for it is, like you said, right? I'm gonna relate it to the civilian world. Sure. You know, a lot of people in the civilian world, not that I'm out here, you know, and I mingle with, you know, CEOs and workers every single day. it's like, well, the CEO is getting paid this. This is so unfair. Well, yeah, well, he's assuming all the risk. He's the one that you know what I'm saying, that it's doing, you know, or had the idea and assumed all the risks at first. You can't come now and complain just because if you wanted to do that, then you needed to be the first one to step in. Mm-hmm. And the military is a little bit different because we serve a different purpose, right? But, I mean, I agree with you to some extent that we should be in the same...
I think we got to take a look at it. It's kind of like the video I did that was a little clickbaity, I'll admit, but when I said physical fitness standards should be the same for men and women. Obviously, I don't feel that way.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is going to be, though? The problem is going to be specifically for the Marine Corps. Yeah. We can talk about all military branches, but specifically for the Marine Corps, the problem is going to be that every single time that we go to Congress to ask for money, they question our very existence. You know, it's like, and if we keep doing this, because nobody in Congress cares about. If you've noticed all throughout the years, what policies have we changed? We've changed the policies that don't involve Congress that much. Yeah, you know, like who cares about a tattoo policy? Who cares about a BCP? You know, they're important. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but they're not money related. True. You know, so whenever we start asking for more and more and more money, people are going to be like, wait, hold on. Some Democrat probably is going to be like, wait, hold on a second.
He said some Democrat.
It's like, wait, hold.
Shots fired, guys.
It's like, well, I mean, I'm just saying historically.
Are you a conservative?
I mean, well, I
That's a yes.
Here's what I will say. I focus or I relate more with the Republican Party, but there's some dumbasses.
Are you going to vote for Trump?
Most likely, yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you locking in with a yes? Is he locking in, guys?
Yes. Well, yes. I mean,
do you think
the safest that I've ever felt? I will say this: the safest that I've ever felt in my military career was when Trump was president.
Yeah, but you're Puerto Rican, man. You don't have Puerto Rican on Puerto Rican online violence with you when you say, I'm going to vote for Trump. People go, you're a racist, right? Don't they say that?
Yeah, 100%.
What how do you feel about that?
I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. And I respect, people can call me racist, people can call me whatever it is that they want, right? I'm still gonna hold my own beliefs because my beliefs are not shaped by some book or something that they saw on the news. Sure. My beliefs are shaped by my experiences that I've lived through. Just like everybody else's.
Do you think Trump is going to go to prison? He's been indicted, what, 4 times? Do you think he's going to go to prison?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to.
Did you see that Gavin Newsom is petitioning the California State Assembly to not include President Trump on the ballots?
I didn't see that, but I'm not really surprised. Yeah. You know, I'm not really surprised. I'm not.
Do you think anybody can take the Republican nominee away from former President Trump?
Yes.
Is there who? In the Republican Party?
Oh, well, anybody that they want. Listen, if we have the president that we have right now, yeah, anybody can replace Trump. Think about that. Have you seen any of his press conferences?
He never does them.
My man's didn't even know that he was sitting right next to the Prime Minister of Korea. You know
I think he's important.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, Jesus Christ, like what are we doing? If that
Do you think that people that voted for Biden are having like buyer's remorse?
100%. They're just too prideful to admit it.
Do you think that's just because they just hate Trump?
Yes.
It wasn't. I don't want to give you the satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Of saying, oh my gosh, the country is in the tank.
Yeah, and that's essentially what it is. And listen, whether it'll be Trump or whether it'll be whatever, here's what I have to say, right? Because we can talk politics all day long, but in reality, ladies and gentlemen, what we have to focus on is that just like in the Marine Corps, right? Kind of like tying it into the Marine Corps. We can talk about big Marine Corps and the things that are happening with the Marine Corps, but the only person that has influence over that section or your household is you. Yeah. Regardless of what happens, big politics or whatever, in the micro perspective of things, you're still in charge.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Has anyone ever called you a race traitor because you support Trump?
Yeah. Oh, 100. I went live.
Dude, that pisses me off, though.
Do you remember that dude that I went live?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
And he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's actually really smart. Yeah, isn't he a lawyer? He lives in what, Florida?
Yeah, no. He lives in Colorado, I think.
The dude is smart.
Yeah.
He can speak.
Yeah.
And 100% of what he says is about racism.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and he
does talk pretty bad about white people.
Yeah, it's a very touchy subject, right? But but I mean, I will tell you this though.
What would you say to other people, other Puerto Ricans, other Hispanics, other Latinos,
about what specifically?
That they feel the way that you do, but they won't come out and say it because of their friends, their family, people in their circle, in their world. They're going to go, "You're a racist. You're a race traitor. You're a conservative. You support Trump." What would you say to those people?
I'll be very honest with you. Most of the people that are in Puerto Rico, they have a very different view of the United States.
Yeah. What is it?
They have the view that the United States took advantage of them, which they're not wrong. I'll give you that, right? The United States took advantage of them, but back in the 90s, the United States, the Puerto Rican people had an option for them to be actually take the right path, where there will be the right path to independence, or where there will be the path to become a state. And I feel that they blew it because of all the corruption. That's something that they don't like. It's just that a lot of people in Puerto Rico, they like to point the finger. But as you well know,
it's like a lot of people everywhere. As
you know, when there's a pointed finger at you, you're pointing a finger at somebody, there's 10 fingers pointing right back at you.
Yeah.
And we don't like that, And specifically, I have family members. Maria hit. These people are the most anti-American in my family. Most anti-American, fuck the United States, like I don't want nothing to do with this stuff. Yes. And you know what? They were the very first ones crying for the military to go in there and help them. And then I was like, wait, time out.
You're like, hold up.
Well,
when life is all good, you can talk bad.
Yeah, exactly. No, go ahead. Now it's the time for you to prove your worth. And that's the real problem.
Yeah.
That whenever it matters the most people flake out.
Dude, that's the same thing with people that are against law enforcement.
Yeah. And
something goes wrong, for who they calling?
And I think it's so much bullshit. Like a lot of people, there's a lot of people that I went to Puerto Rico back in April of this year. And I'm going to tell you something. The middle class in Puerto Rico is gone. The people my age and a little bit younger are gone.
That's what's happening in California.
Yeah, they're gone. It was super impressive. And they go to the United States. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? The land of opportunity. But if you don't like the United States and you criticize it so much like that guy, why don't you move to Spain? Why don't you move to Venezuela? See how that Cuba, see how that works out.
It's sad because he has a lot of influence and stuff.